Hope you are fine today. Yes. Today we are going to start with the new lesson, microorganisms. Okay. Children, before that, could you tell me what you mean by organism, or could you tell me what do you understand by the term organism? Yes, obviously, organism is a living thing. Okay. Okay. What do you generally, how do we classify the organism? In lower classes, you might have learned, no? Yes, we can classify the organism into a living and non-living. Okay. So under living thing, okay, we can say we only come to know about plants, animals, insects like that. Okay. Where these microorganisms will come. Obviously, it is also a living organism. Okay. But how do we find it out? Yeah, that's what we are going to see about this lesson. Okay. So I'll coming to the next slide. How do we find the presence of microorganisms, or how do you understand the microorganisms is present in your area? Can you tell me? Okay. Yes, I'll show you the next slide. What do you understand from this picture? Yes, obviously, this apple is good. This is good and this is bad. Yeah, this orange is good and this is bad. Instead of saying bad, you can say that is the spoiled apple or spoiled orange. Do you think that how did it get spoiled? By bacteria. Okay, how can it spoil by bacteria? Okay, can I give you some example? I'll be asking you one question to you all. Okay, suppose if you have a vacation, not a vacation, any weekend. Okay, if you have a weekend, you went out. Okay, you locked the door. Okay, you closed the home, whatever it is. Okay, you went out. What will unknowingly you are not close to the one of the snack, whatever you need. Okay, whatever you like. Okay, so that is open, snack or any food item, the eatable thing, it is open. Okay, after 1 day or 2 days, if you come back again, if you see toward whether it will be in a what to say, whether it will be in a proper condition. If it is a good food, okay. Sometimes already you bought 2 to 3 days or 4 days before, like any other fruit, take banana. Okay, after coming back, if you see how the banana will be, yeah, it will be very black in color. Yes or no? And how it will be tasty? Yeah, somewhat it gets sour taste. Yes or no? Yeah, the taste will not be good. The same way, if you eat this apple and if you this apple, the taste will be differ. Yes, and one more thing, daily mommy will prepare food for you. Yes or no? Regularly she'll be preparing for 3 times. Okay, suppose from morning, if one food is ready, any one of your favorite curry, you just keep it in mind, that is ready. Okay, if morning by 7 o'clock, if mommy is preparing, that will be carried over till night. Obviously till night you can carry it over, because in between mommy will reheat it. Am I right? Yes. For what purpose mommy is reheating the food? Could you tell me? If not, what will happen? Could you see that? If not, you just ask mommy to keep one item, whatever she did prepare in the morning, okay, in a bowl. Okay, take in a small bowl. You keep it as such. Don't reheat it. Don't put in the refrigerator. Don't do it anything else. Okay, you keep it as a, you just see what you observe. You have to tell in the next class. Okay, how do you identify that the food gets spoiled like that? Okay, obviously, how do we identify that food gets spoiled? One is the color change, like this if it is a fruit, then the change of the taste, then change of the smell. Okay, so these are all the main three criteria that to find the presence of microorganisms. Okay, shall I go with the next slide? Yeah, just a minute. Yes. Okay. Is the microorganisms can we see with the eyes? Yes or no? Whoever is saying yes, could you please raise your hand or could you please give a thumbs up? Okay. Whoever is not, give a thumbs up. Okay. Now, how could you tell me how can whoever will give a thumbs up for how can the microorganisms see with their eyes? You have to say me the answer. And the previous slide I have shown that that is color changes or no. Only the color change you can. Whether you can identify what kind of organism it is. No. Yeah, you couldn't see the microorganisms. You are unable to see the microorganisms with the eyes. Okay. So only the organism itself is called that a microorganisms. Okay. Because the organisms which are unable to see with our naked eye. We cannot see through our eyes. Okay, it is very small. Okay, so the organisms which are able to see only through a microscope. Okay, which instrument we are using for the microorganism to see the microorganism? A microscope. Yeah, that I'll introduce in the next slide. So this is called microscope, an instrument which helps to observe the microorganisms. Obviously, this microscope is used only for the microorganisms, not for nano or pico, what I told you in the previous, okay. Nano-organism and pico-organisms or the other two organisms, when compared to microorganisms, the nano and pico-organisms are very small. But only the microorganisms can be seen only through this kind of microscope. Okay, and different types of microscopes are there. That I'll also add in the next class. Okay, but that is not given in your book. But we can go for a somehow beyond the limit and we have to think out of the box. At least if you could know about different types of microscope, that will be very useful for you. Okay, so that I'll teach you in the next class. Okay, so here this is also called a student's microscope. This one I think you would have seen in your biology lab. Okay, this is the usual microscope which was used by our student. Okay, this is so it is also called as student's microscope, or we can say that compound microscope. Okay, so the organisms which are able to observe through this microscope are called as microorganism, or what we call it as microbes. The microorganisms are also called as microbes. Okay, the next slide. Do you think can we find the microorganisms only in food items? Because in the previous slide I have shown only the food items and I have talked about only the food items. Am I right? Eat edible items. Do you think can we find the microorganisms only in food items? Yes, no. Okay, very good. Absolute answers. I think everyone understood what are microorganisms now. Yes. Could you give me where can we find the microorganisms apart from food items? Anyone? Your soil, yes, water, yes, then air. Only that? Soil, water, and air? Yes. No. Microorganisms are ubiquitous in nature. What is the meaning of this word, ubiquitous? What is the meaning of this word, ubiquitous? Ubiquitous means it is present in everywhere. Okay? This microorganism can be found where you are sitting, around you, around your mobile, around your laptop. Okay? Around your notebook. Everywhere. It will be present in everywhere. Okay? So it can be, that is called ubiquitous. Okay? It can be found in soil, water, air, Human body, I can add here etc. also. It will be found everywhere. So only we can call that, we can say that as microorganisms are ubiquitous in nature. Okay. Yes. Now, microorganisms are present all around us, but they are too small to be seen with the naked eye. They are present everywhere in the atmosphere, air, water, and soil. I think from this picture, you can understand that the microorganism is present everywhere. Yes or no? Yes. Children, I'll be waiting for you. Please take your notebook now. Put today's date. Put chapter number. Okay. And chapter heading. Draw a line. Okay. Draw a line. Underline the headings. And I'll tell you. I'll be waiting for you 2 minutes. Quick. Take your pen. Everything. Yeah. Put the heading chapter microorganisms. Yeah. Have you all written? Yes. Now. Right. Organisms. Okay. A hyphen. A living thing. Okay. Next, write the heading microorganisms. Microorganisms. Children, I'll be dictating. If you need any other spelling, just give a raise hand option, or okay, I'll be telling you. You can give a raise hand option so that I can help you. Okay. If you have any doubt in a small spellings also, please you can ask. Okay. So organisms, a living thing. Okay, just write like this. Next, put the heading. Put the heading. Microorganisms. Okay, put a colon and just underline it, double line it. Children, you have to give a neat presentation in the notebook. The notebook has a mark. You have to maintain the notebook properly and neatly. Okay, so do follow instructions as such what I'm saying. It should be uniform. Okay. Microorganisms, put the colon. Yeah, double line it. And you can go organisms. You write it. Organisms. What do you mean by microorganisms? Can anyone tell me? Yes, of course. Organisms which are able to observe only through microscope. Organisms which are able to observe only through microscope are called as microorganisms or microbes. Okay, you have to write like that. Organisms which are able to observe only through the microscope are called as microorganisms or microbes. Have you all written? Yes. The next. Put a next point. Put a star and arrow mark. Okay. You have to write on a point wise only. Don't write in a paragraph wise. Okay. Microorganisms are ubiquitous in nature. Microorganisms are ubiquitous in nature. Okay. Take a pencil and underline the word ubiquitous and note down about the word present everywhere. Please note down it. While in the class you will understand that this only we know, but while learning we'll be forget something else. So better always have a note on it. Please underline ubiquitous the word and write present everywhere. Okay, please make a note of it. If you have a good memory, that's fine, no problem. Okay. Next point you can write it. It can be found in soil, water, air, human body, etc. Soil, water, and air is a different thing. How this microorganism present in human body? That I'll tell you later. What are happenings in our body? Okay, understood? Yes. Well written. Yes. Next. Now put your pen down. No need to write it. Just listen what I'm saying. Yes. Put your pen down. Yes. Give your attention to me. Yes. Yes. Very good. Now, types of microorganisms. So next, we are coming to say about the types of microorganisms. Okay, what are the types of microorganism? Yeah, could anyone read what is this? Yes, Algae Profuba. Okay, you wonder what do you mean by Algae Profuba? I have given a types of microorganisms. What is this Algae Profuba? I'll be coming with the next slide. AL, algae, VI, virus, PRO, protozoa, FU, fungi, BA, and bacteria. That is, there are 5 main types of, or we can say that there are 5 different types of microorganisms. Okay, algae, virus, protozoa, fungi, bacteria. Okay, in the book how they will be given, no, bacteria, protozoa, algae, fungi, and virus. Okay, so in order to keep it in mind, I have changed like this: algae profuba. What is this called? Algae profuba. Algae, VI virus, protozoa, FU fungi, BA bacteria. Okay, could you tell me what is algae profuba? Algae, yeah, virus, protozoa, fungi, bacteria. Could anyone again tell me? Anyone of them again tell me? Yeah, from girl side. Yes, algae, virus, protozoa, fungi, and bacteria. Okay, of these, of these 5 kinds of microorganisms. Of these 5 kinds of microorganisms, okay, this virus is some of the what to say, this is odd one out actually. Okay, we couldn't say that it is not a microorganism or it is a microorganism. Their characters will be somewhat, it is odd and out from the other 4. I'll be telling you what is it exactly. Okay, now I'll tell you what this algae, protozoa in some of the book it will be given as a protist also. Okay, protist, protozoa, protozoans, everything is same. Okay, algae, protozoa, fungi, bacteria, it can live freely in nature. Okay, or if they need, they will go and combine with the other living organisms also. Okay, so based on that they can live based on the condition. But this virus, no, this virus always depends upon the host cell. What do you mean by host cell? What do you mean by host cell? HO. Don't say that host meeting. Okay, host cell. What do you mean by host? Because nowadays we are all, everyone is going on Zoom or Google Meet, and we are very well about this host, not that host. Okay, this is different. Host cell. Host cell means a living cell. Okay, children. Host cell means a living cell. So virus always needs a living cell to live. Okay, only in the living cell this virus will be able to live, not in the dead cells. Okay, I think virus, don't be panic about this word virus. Okay, anyhow we should know about it. Only we know about everything, only we can be somewhat safe. Yes or no? We'll be in a protective, we'll be behave in a protective manner, otherwise we'll be always playful. Am I right? No? Yes. Okay, so now coming to the next slide. Viruses are called as obligate intracellular parasite. Could you tell me one time? Viruses are called as obligate intracellular parasites. Why it is called so means, okay, as I already told you, other thing, that is bacteria, fungi, protista, and algae can live freely in nature. They are very free. They are in a separate manner. But this virus always depends upon the host cell. As we know already about what is parasites, that is the organisms which are able to live on the other living cell, that are called parasites. I think this might have learned in 7th standard. Am I right? No? in the first lesson, nutrition in plants itself. Okay. So what do you mean by obligate? Strictly, okay, intracellular within the cell, within any of the host cell. If you are taken human, within the lungs or within the intestine or within the nose, wherever we are, okay. If it goes to the nose, we can say that common cold. Okay, the virus enters into the nose, we'll be getting cold, common cold. If virus enters into the lungs, now we are talking about corona. Yes or no? So that will go. And if we are entering into the if it enters into the lungs, not only corona, many infections are there, viral infections are there related to the respiratory infections. Okay, many viral infections are there related to the lungs. Example, influenza, that is also a respiratory. Okay, as we already know about SARS. Okay, so viruses are also called as obligate intracellular parasites. Once the virus enters into a host cell, what will happen? This virus stops the host cell activity. Okay, we are there, but inside our cell is not working, but this virus will start to work with the help of our energy and nutrients. Okay, so only these viruses are also called as obligate intracellular parasites. Understood? And what is this word called microbiology? Yeah, the study of microorganisms is called as microbiology. Okay, or we can say that easily in a other way, that see, micro, obviously I said living, small, micro means small. Okay, bio means living. Okay, and logy means study of. So the study of microorganisms are called as microbiology. Understood? Now you can ask me, the study of all microorganisms are called as microbiology, but we have learnt about, we are having 5 different types of microorganisms. So what we call it as, I can tell you. Okay, the study of bacteria is called bacteriology. Okay, the study of protozoan is called protozoology. Okay, the study of virus is called virology, and the study of algae is called phycology. P-H-Y-C-O, P-H-Y-C-O, phyco. Phyco means algae. Okay, phycology, that is study of algae. Understood? Next, fungi, myco. Myco means fungi. You can say the study of fungi is called mycology. Understood? Okay, children? Yes. So next I can show you another one slide. Here I have given you 2 scientists' name. Okay, I have given the name also. One is Louis Pasteur, the other one is Anton von Leeuwenhoek. Okay, only one clue I can give you, but they have worked more a lot. Okay, their history, no, I don't want their history. I want exactly their history of their work. Okay, I don't want about their life history. I want the history of their work of these 2 scientists. Okay, the next class you have to find out and just note down and come. You have to find next class. I have asked you with these, then I will go with the next topic. Understood? So this Anton von Leeuwenhoek is the founder of microbiology. Okay, Anton von Leeuwenhoek is called as the founder of microbiology. Why he called so? You have to find it out. And here the Louis Pasteur is called as the father of microbiology. Okay, and what are the works? He found many vaccines. Okay, and this Anton von Leeuwenhoek only initially first found the microscope. In what way he found the microscope? Initial microscope, how it was, like that. You can get many answers. Don't just like that go with the Google. Okay, just Google it. get some information what you understand and translate it in a simple manner and just note down in the notebook, okay, in your homework notebook, so that I can assess as a for assessment, okay. So please note down in a notebook. Five points is enough, in a crispy manner. Don't copy it as such. I don't want any copying of the matter here. Google it. What you understand, just note down it. That is enough. Okay, children? Yes. Okay. So today we'll summarize the class. Okay. Yeah, before that, please could you write, put the heading types of microorganisms. After that, put Algae Profuba and copy this. Algae, BA virus, PRO protozoa, FU fungi, BA bacteria. Okay. Up to this only you copy, don't write other things and all. That I'll be giving the notes in the next class. Okay. Yes. So shall we summarize the class today? Yes, we have talked about the microorganisms. How can we see the microorganisms? How do we find the microorganisms? How do we identify that the microorganisms was there in food items, like change of color, change of smell, change of state, as a no? And how do we identify, how do we observe the microorganism with the help of microscope? Why it is called so? Okay. Then where are the microorganisms is present? It is ubiquitous in nature. It is present everywhere. Okay. And also, what are the types of different kinds of microorganisms? Algae profuba. Then why the viruses are called as obligate intracellular parasites. Okay. Then what are the study of different kinds of microorganisms? We have seen about it. The study of microorganisms is called microbiology. Algae means phycology. The study of fungi means mycology. The study of bacteria means bacteriology. The study of protozoa means protozoology. Okay. So in the next class, we can see about microorganisms front and four. That is, microorganisms not only gives only the diseases, it will give some of the good and beneficial effects also in our day-to-day life. Okay, with more examples and more content, I'll be seeing in the next class. And just remember, in the next class, you have to find out work of this Anton von Leeuwenhoek and Louis Pasteur. And I already told you about the microorganisms present inside the human body, and that will be good effect for us. That also I'm explaining you while I'm going the beneficial and harmful effects of microorganisms. Okay, children? Hope you all understand that it is brainstorming of microorganisms. Am I right? Is there any doubt? No? Yes. Okay. Have a nice day. Thank you all.